In this WrestleTalk news, WWE were very impressed with a certain AEW Dynamite debut this week, and you can't teach that. The company also posted record financials once again, right after the recent round of releases, and AEW NJPW Forbidden Door tickets sell out swiftly. All that and more in this episode, so subscribe and enable notifications to always on for daily wrestling news videos.
Support WrestleTalk!
Now, WWE doesn't view AEW as competition, but it does view it in a sort of window shopping for wrestlers to try and bring back kind of way. Especially this week though, as the former Big Cass, W. Morrissey, made his Dynamite debut to take on Wardlow at the behest of MJF. Morrissey was released from WWE back in 2018 because of reported behavioural issues. The star later cited depression, anxiety and alcohol addiction as key factors in his release. So it's been a difficult road for Morrissey to where he is now, working with Impact and appearing on Dynamite in great condition. And that debut got people talking, even in WWE, according to Mat Men's Andrew Zarian, who said that the E were very interested in Morrissey. I'm not going to say that WWE is going to take him, but I can tell you that WWE is definitely impressed by him. There's no way around it, man. I got a message last night while he's coming out and somebody wrote, "Did you see this effing guy?" Zarian also said that he had messages from people asking when Morrissey's Impact contract is up. He said, "I got a couple of messages about him from people wanting to know when his contract ends." Well, it's been noted that Morrissey's Impact contract was due to expire last November, and reportedly since then he's been working on a per appearance handshake deal with the company. So I guess, if you want him, WWE, come and claim him. And though it was a strong showing for Morrissey, he ultimately fell foul of Wardlow's powerbomb shenanigans, though it only took one to topple the giant. Now, according to Dave Meltzer, the decision to only use one powerbomb was purely political, as it would be viewed as humiliating for Impact Wrestling and Morrissey if Wardlow had powerbombed him over and over again with ease. Now, if WWE did want to re-sign Morrissey, they certainly have the money to make him a pretty good offer, as the company just posted its Q1 financial reports for 2022, and once again, there is some record-breaking revenue. Now, the company brought in $333.4 million in revenue, an increase of 27%, and a new quarterly record. Now, Vince McMahon said this strong start, to put it mildly, was down to a number of key factors, saying, "We continue to effectively execute our strategy, including staging the most stupendous WrestleMania ever in early April. WrestleMania, as well as our other successful premium live events such as Day One, Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber, further expanded the reach of our brands and enhanced the value of our content, as evidenced by increased ticket revenue and viewership. We continue to monetize our intellectual property across various platforms through our media rights agreements, both domestically and abroad, as well as through the monetization of new original series, including our expanded partnership with A&E and W." So it's weird because once again, WWE release a bunch of stars and then post record-breaking revenue not a week later. It does, however, appear to be an effective strategy for adjusting the numbers and appeasing the shareholders. But it is food for thought for Morrissey if WWE does come a-calling.
Before we get on with the rest of the episode, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to this video's sponsor, Established Titles, a project based on the historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, aka lords or ladies. And for bonus ethical points, Established Titles plant a tree with every order, helping to preserve the woodlands and biodiversity of the world. And you can get 10% off this amazing gift by going to establishedtitles.com/WrestleTalk and using the code WrestleTalk now. Established Titles makes you, or the recipient, the proud owner of 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate in Ardally, Aberdeenshire, Scotland, which will be proven by an official certificate with crest and a unique plot number for you to see the exact location of your land. You could then officially change your name to Lord or Lady to have on your credit card, plane tickets, even your dating profiles. It's presumably what the famous royal names in wrestling did. Lord Regal, King Booker, Queen Zelina, and now, set to join their esteemed ranks, Lord Andy Datson. Congratulations. You gonna do anything? pretty fitting wave, actually. Yeah, that works. It'll make the perfect gift for your mum this Mother's Day, which is right around the corner. Yes, it's okay, I forgot too. So quickly go to Established Titles using the link below, where they're running a massive Mother's Day sale, and use our code WrestleTalk for an additional 10% off. That's establishedtitles.com/WrestleTalk and the code WrestleTalk for 10% off.
Now, the investors' call did have a few surprising bits of info. Embedded amongst all of the talk of OIBDA, VAT and NFTs was an abbreviation I actually care about. RPGs. Weebs rise up. At one point, Stephanie McMahon stepped up to tout the success of WWE 2K22, saying the game had impressed fans and earned back their trust. She then teased another new game coming soon. She said, "We continue to see strength in the performance of our mobile games with 2K and Scopely Supercard and Champions, and recently signed a new deal in the role-playing game space that will be announced soon." Could definitely be another mobile game from what she was saying there, but we can live in hope of a massively multiplayer RPG where the whole world are the stars of a wrestling promotion. That promotion would have almost as large a roster as AEW. But not quite. One more interesting point came out as WWE Chief Financial Officer Frank Riddick fielded a question about performance centers and whether the company would be looking to expand their training facilities, potentially including alternate locations. Now, Riddick answered saying that they are looking at expanding and improving the performance center system, but there are no details or decisions made yet. But obviously, more PCs would be a good thing to train up all of those people that they have just let go. Joking aside, with the company pivoting to hiring collegiate athletes from other disciplines, the Performance Center is going to be an even more vital tool in WWE's star factory than ever before, so maybe having more locations would be a good thing. Let's whiz across the taboo barrier now to talk about Forbidden Doors, namely the Forbidden Door, all caps, pay-per-view jointly being run by AEW and NJPW. Because tickets for that show went on sale yesterday and proved to be an instant sellout, no matter what the WWE bots are telling you on Twitter. During the Ticketmaster pre-sale, over 20,000 people were in the queue, with all tickets quickly selling out as the company released them in batches across about 40 minutes. WrestleTalk on Twitter have the lowdown, saying instant pre-sale sellout for the AEW times NJPW Forbidden Door show at the United Center, less than 40 minutes, mostly because AEW didn't release every ticket initially, and well over 20,000 people in the queue. They did hold back some sections for the general public on sale tomorrow. They also noted that the current setup at the United Center is for 14,000 people in attendance, and the general sale, which I think has already happened by this point, is also expected to sell out instantly. Now, Tony Khan took to Twitter to thank fans for buying more than 11,000 tickets, saying, "Thank you, amazing wrestling fans who purchased tickets to the AEW NJPW #Forbidden Door PPV. We sold over 11,000 tickets today, with a small allotment still held back for the general sale tomorrow." Sticking with AEW, you're probably aware of the plight of Top Flight's Darius Martin, who returned to screens in March, having missed a year being out with an injury. Unfortunately, whispers then started in late April that Darius had suffered a leg injury and would be out once again. Martin confirmed to say that he would be missing some significant time, but said that what had happened was nothing to do with wrestling. Speaking on the Universal Wrestling podcast, Malachi Black provided an explanation, saying, "I wish him a speedy recovery. He had a really nasty car accident. He's out for another 6 to 9 months. So here's hoping Darius makes a full recovery from that and finally gets the return run he deserves later this year. Before we finish up this episode, we just need to thank the Kessel Run, DX Solo and Superkick Nick Mazesco for their support on Patreon. Thank you so much. And finally, some former WWE Raw Tag Team Champions are reportedly planning their return to the ring. According to Fightful Select, the former Authors of Pain are looking to get back into the squared circle after having not performed in the more than 2 years since the COVID-19 pandemic started. But Akam and Rezar have reportedly been in touch with other wrestlers about an event they are planning on running in Dubai in early June this year. Not only planning on promoting the event, but also wrestling on the card themselves. A source said, "I'm not sure how often they'll be wrestling, but they're planning to do this one." This does put the rumours of both men being retired from wrestling that surfaced last year to bed, after there were reports that Rezar told a reporter that he was no longer a wrestler, and one promoter was apparently told that they were retired when he tried to book them. Let's see if Dubai is the beginning or the end of it. Who cares? Randy Games.
Hi, I'm Sally.
Randy, Andy, Datsun. Welcome to the final game. Come join me here on the set you were just on. Thank you very much for leaving and coming back in, by the way. Take your seat of destiny. It's the last seat you'll ever sit in, maybe. For your final challenge. You've beaten every single challenge I put in front of you. But do you see the connection? For each one of those games, every single challenge was to build you up, Randy, to make you the best possible version of yourself, to host that news. With Pete, you beat him in the pointy ball throwing. Delivery. You delivered the pointy ball. You delivered the news. With Adam, all about speed. You beat him in the race. With Luke, it was speed again, but different. The metaverse. No, I think it's going to be a thing eventually. We should probably. It was virtual, so that was also in there. And then with Laurie, Quap! How to stand on your own 2 feet. But there's one challenge still remaining. It's against this guy. And it's going to be the hardest challenge because it's all about that connection you make with that teleprompter. You make with that camera lens. But most importantly, all of the WrestleTalk watchers at home. That is why your final challenge in the Randy Games against me, Andy Datsun, is a staring contest.
Ollie Davis here, getting ready, and we are underway. This is our first contest here. Ollie already looks like he's struggling.
Yes, he is having a very bad time indeed. Andy, as always, unflappable.
I don't think, is he going to break early? I mean, he's already struggling. And
He's
broken!
gone!
Oh, God.
He is gone! Unbelievable!
It appears to be a record of worst performance in a staring contest at this high level.
It's unbelievable stuff to see this, an unforced error like that for Ollie Davis.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go into game 2 now. Ollie really needs to get a win here.
If he doesn't, then he's going to be in big, big trouble.
At the very least, he could just do better than he did in the previous round.
Just even slightly better, and he won't be horribly embarrassed.
And he is doing better now, although once again, it looks like Andy has got his number.
He really does. Ollie, with the raised eyebrows here, that might not be a good idea. Oh, dear.
Oh, he's moving the eyebrows up and down, perhaps mind games.
Yes.
But is he about to have blinking games?
He could well do. It looks like he's struggling, but he's trying to hide it.
He is uncomfortable.
Oh,
and
he's
he's
gone.
gone! And he's
He's
gone
gone
again.
again. Oh.
Randy with a 2-0 lead. Insurmountable odds for it to come back, particularly because it's best 3 out of 2.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, you thought it was going to be that easy, or like a best out of 3 or something? It's a best out of 5. So here, blink up. Because 3, 2, 1, game 3.
A surprising turn of events here as well. Hold on!
My goodness. Some heelish tactics there from Ollie Davis.
You don't expect to see that sort of thing at this high level of staring contest.
It's very sad to see. He has sunk to new depths.
Yes, fair and square. 1 point back to me. What an epic underdog babyface comeback. Game 4. 3, 2, 1.
And here we go. Game 4 of this. He's not gone for the clap again, but hold on. What's that in his hands?
What's he got? He's got a foreign object. He's got a foreign object.
I cannot believe we are seeing this. Not like
Not
this.
like this, no. Randy will never present the news again now that Ollie has this advantage.
You absolutely hate to see things like this happen.
Indeed, indeed. We thought that Ollie Davis was a man of principle, but it turns out he's not.
Oh, it comes down to the decider now, Randy. I hope you brought your balls with you. Eyeballs. If you beat me this time, a spot on the WrestleTalk news is yours. Get those blinks out now, you son of a blink. Game 5!
Here we are, the most important game of the Randy games. This is it. It is do or die for Randy Datson. If he loses here, all of his plight will have been for naught.
Absolutely. Some might say this might be the most important game of Randy Andy Datson's life.
It might be the biggest Randy Games final that we've ever seen.
Almost certainly is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just passed the 10-minute mark.
It is quite something. How are their eyes taking this? This is serious punishment.
30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. In my 25 years commentating on staring contests, I've not seen anything quite like it.
No, neither have I, and we can hear the crowd. What are they chanting?
That is stare forever chants from the crowd.
Stare forever. Unbelievable. You know what? I agree.
Here we go. I cannot believe I get to make this call, ladies and gentlemen, but in 3, 2, 1... this staring contest has lasted longer than Rey Mysterio in the 2006 Royal Rumble. He is staring. He has seen some things. And those things are Randy Datson's eyes staring back at him.
And now here we are, 1 hour and 29 minutes into this contest. And it reminds me this of, psychological experiments they've actually done on people staring into each other's eyes for 10 minutes straight. Participants have reported strange out-of-body experiences, hallucinations of monsters, relatives or themselves in their partner's face. And the theories are that it creates a dissolution of self, a breakdown of the concept of the other. You become kinder, more likely to let people in. You realise that maybe people taking part in a series of arbitrary tasks to do something they'd already earned by themselves was mean-spirited, something forced upon you when you first came, that you're perpetuating an endless cycle of toxic hazing. All those walls you put up, they start to dissolve, of the person you were, the person you became, the person you are now. We wrestling fans are all the same in the end. Lost boys and girls hanging on to the idea that the only thing real in this world is the one society dismisses as fake. We are. I think, is that Ollie? He's crying. He's actually crying in front of the world.
And with that comes a blink. That's it. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. The Randy Games 2022 has concluded. And it's Randy Andy Datson. Really, was there any other winner?
There was never going to be another winner. I don't think I've ever seen that man blink unless Ollie Davis is cheating. Unbelievable stuff. Andy Datson's going to be on the WrestleTalk news. Randy Games.
Randy Games! Randy Games!
Brad Sullivan.
Hello and welcome to What's On at Cineworld Cinemas in the Multiverse of Madness. I am Luke Owen, or am I?
And I have a small rash that I need to deal with, a scarlet itch. Dan Layton. Because
Is that again you did tell me you didn't get sleep until like 4 a.m.
it was mainly that.
Yeah.